I was born in December 1922, so I shall be 90 at the end of this year. The office I was in was a goods office, not a passenger a goods office, but it was on the platform. And it was on the direct line from London to Glasgow. Glasgow to Carlisle anyway. And a tripload of soldiers drove in. It was the time of Dunkirk. And these men had come straight from Dunkirk. And I can remember my boss telling me, go and get a bucket of water and as many cups as you can and give them a drink.
What sort of state were they in?
Terrible state.
Was it because they were injured or more because they were just fatigued?
Fatigue. Just fatigue. One of them said that's the first drink of water they hadn't got to pay for. I was in the Fleet Air Arm. As I say, I joined the Navy and then transferred to the Air Arm because I thought that would be a bit more adventurous. We were torpedoed earlier on in the Mediterranean, and we went over to America to be fixed up, to be refitted, because we had a torpedo stuck in our belly. Illustrious for roughly a year, and indomitable roughly a year, maybe a little more by the way, but we seemed to pack in quite a lot. My work was as a telegraphist air gunner. We flew in aircraft that they had three of a crew, a pilot, a navigator, and a wireless operator, air gunner. The principal object of any work I did was really protection of the fleet. You know, we'd run patrols in front of the fleet. It was maybe not frightening, but certainly you knew about it. You knew there could be a possibility. If you go to 16.5 degrees, you could maybe go a bit more. So there was a danger of sinking, obviously, in one's mind. But we managed to get back to Malta. So that was a frightening experience, but not one that would keep you awake at night. So we were rowing away, and we were in the lee of the wind. When we got to the bows of the ship, our ship, of course the wind came and we couldn't fight it. And it blew us off course, and it blew us onto a great big buoy to which the ship was attached. And then we were stranded, couldn't do a thing about it. So luckily we had an aldous lump, big, and they came and fetched us and took us away. Now, to me that is a ridiculous story, but it's absolutely true.
Absolutely Two men in a rowing boat.
And I've since wondered, what would happen if we did throw one of these bombs in? It would blow us up. That is not ridiculous, but that's the kind of silly things that happens in a war. Yeah. They don't figure it out, they don't think, and to be truthful, we didn't think, well, we were only 20 anyway. It was in the railway magazine, there was an advert for people to come to the Rhodesia Railways. So I applied and they said, yeah, come. And I went to Rhodesia, and I can always remember two things. One is when I went up the gangway in Southampton, the chap said, well, you know, you're only supposed to take £15 in cash. I said, well, I've only got £13 and that's all I've got in the world.
We were just good friends, and then he went out to Rhodesia and we wrote, and then he sent my fare and I went out to Rhodesia and got married.
One time we went to watch a football match, Joan and I. Stanley Matthews, of all people, came out and did an exhibition. And we were coming past the Royal Salisbury Club, and there was a polo match on. And I stopped the car, and Joan said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to watch the polo match. And Joan didn't swear. Well, in those days, she didn't swear. And she said, I don't know why you don't buy a bloody horse, now you can do the lot.